Welcome to Bill's Aviation Podcast, where your stories are our stories. I'm a general aviation pilot, aviation writer, airplane builder, avionics developer, test pilot, and general screw-up. All stories feature Joe and his merry band of miscreants. The purpose of these stories is to educate and entertain pilots. If you have a story you'd like to share anonymously, please contact me. Today's story is titled, A Young Child Playing with the Propeller. It was a beautiful Saturday, a great day to give Young Eagle rides at the county airport. The county airport had a large ramp that was open to the public. Both pilots and non-aviation types were there so their children could get free airplane rides. The event included freshly grilled hamburgers and hot dogs, airplanes of many shapes and sizes, and kids, lots and lots of kids. During the event, the local EA chapter members did a great job of marshaling the airplanes, escorting the children to and from the planes, all without concern for anyone's safety. Late in the afternoon, once the food was eaten and rides given, the pilots started departing for their home bases. As always, there's one straggler, and in this case, it was a beautiful Cessna 170. Having finished giving rides, Joe climbed into his Cessna 170, buckled in, turned on the master switch, put his hand on the starter, and yelled clear out the window. As he looked over the cowling that obstructed his view, Joe noticed the tip of the propeller had twitched ever so slightly. Thinking this was odd, rather than starting the engine, Joe climbed out of the 170, looked around the front of the engine cowling, and that's when he saw a little boy, no older than 5 years old, arms wrapped around the propeller blade, moving it back and forth. Upon seeing Joe, the young man said, "Mister, can you give me a ride on your airplane?" Needless to say, the blood drained from Joe's face at the thought he almost killed the young man by starting his engine. Lesson learned: when preparing to start your engine, after yelling clear, pause a second or two before engaging the starter, and if something doesn't seem right, turn everything off and climb out of the plane and investigate. Thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed what you heard, please hit the like button and subscribe by clicking on the logo in the lower right of your screen. If you really like what you heard, please help support this channel and become a Patreon. Part of each donation will go to aviation safety and aviation youth programs. Be sure to check out next week's story about Joe getting trapped VFR on top of a layer of ice-laden clouds.